I am expected.
I thank you for coming. This matter is delicate, and I need someone of limited notoriety who will not link this to me. It is an escort, but I think you will agree the nature of the party makes this unique.
Time is wasting. Who is going where?
My name is Sister Patrice. I have assumed a burden of charity. This is my charge.
Shiva Da.
Would even a Templar bind a mage like this? A survivor of infighting with their Talvashoth outcasts. I call him Katojan, a bridge between worlds. The Viscount and others feel that peace begins with appeasement. This mage would likely be returned to his brutal kin. He can serve a better purpose. I want him free. He must be guided from the city without alerting his people, or being seen in my care.
If you are so intent on this, why not use Chantry resources?
My order will soon realize the Qunari presence is more than a test of faith. It is an open challenge. But for now, I must act on my own. Helping this mage shows how Qunari heresy cannot be ignored. His flight is vital.
Is freedom so helpful? A new life with that collar seems doubtful.
And yet it is more than he has. My reach is limited. His struggle is his own.
It just seems like releasing a bird, cage and all.
We do what we can to step toward what is right. That must be enough.
I've had dealings with the Qunari leader. He'd want to know of this.
You have dealt with their leader? If you have interacted with Qunari, you know how they treat those who leave their heathen order. The Arashok would doom this poor creature. But knowing them is useful. If they challenged you, attacking an ally would only confirm their barbarism. You are still right for the task.
You're not interested in who you might be hiring?
If you were important enough to know, I would need someone else. But if you insist, what is your family name?
My name is Hawke.
Strong. Very Felderen. The Qunari have hardly pressured the southern nations. You have not seen as many converts or those who refused. If this action, if any action, can lessen their influence, it must be done.
Will he help? If I trust him at all.
I don't know his capabilities, or if he can function at all in that collar, but I think he knows we are his only way out.
You think?
He's followed every direction and made no aggressive moves, even when taunted. Were I in his place, I could have fled. Qunari or not, I can only assume he wants to be led to freedom.
And if you're wrong, I have to deal with it.
That is why I went to Lowtown. You are either capable of the discretion and skill that I need, or you are not.
You don't just stumble on something. Someone like this.
For all their blasphemous certainty, the Qunari do have deserters. Those who seek freedom are hunted mercilessly.
Talvashoth. They seem to accept the role.
Even their rebels conform. Savonel observed one of their bloody exchanges. This poor mage was the only survivor.
And you think this mage was being hunted?
I am certain no thinking creature would willingly submit to this. If he was not running before, he has seized the opportunity now.
I can get him out of Kirkwall. He's a bit conspicuous for the streets, though.
I had never thought about the plight of mages among the Qunari. But it seems they are even more oppressed than we are.
This mage will be a fine example of how cruel Qunari are, even to their own. But only if this plays out just so. The passage here leads to the warrens of the Undercity. It is dangerous, but that is why you are hired. Good luck.
And now we're taking a stroll alongside a magical horned thing through the worst part of Kirkwall. Watch your step. Tread lightly around here.
He's not very helpful, is he?
Look at this. Undercity's feared by all, but there's no shortage of fools with coin who want to test it. What is this thing? Collared like a dog lord's bitch. You some sort of canary lover? Maybe I should get rid of you and see who will pay the most for your pet.
I don't think it likes you threatening its master. Maybe we let this one pass.
Do everyone a favor and listen to your friend.
Unless you lot make a holiday of the last free place in Kirkwall, tax it up like even Lowtown, I'll cut you up and save the biggest piece for your pet.
By the void! Kill it! Kill them all!
They guide you. The danger has passed, Katojan. Calm yourself. Did you react because your lead was threatened? How much of this is just blind instinct, I wonder? You can't gesture or stomp your feet twice for yes or something.
I bet all he wants is to go chasing after thrown sticks. And someone to rub his belly.
You did what I said. Did I hit the right phrase or something? Right. Could have expected that answer. Keep control, and remember who is on your side. Of course. I expected no different.
You will hold Basra Vashidan. I am Arvarad, and I claim possession of Serabas at your heel. The members of this Karatam were killed by Tal-Vashoth, but their disposal leads only here, to Serabas and you.
I just got here, coming from the other way. If there was a trail, I didn't leave it.
Yet you are here with Serabas. The crime is his freedom, his leash held by unknowing Basra. We will not allow that danger to continue. Let your own mages doom you. Serabas will be properly confined.
And if he doesn't want to go back?
Serabas, show that your will remains bound to the Qun. He has only followed you because he wants to be led. He has allowed no other purpose.
The sister called him Katojan. You are Serabas?
Serabas is his role and his name, as you understand it. It is the accusation and acknowledgement of being a mage.
And you are Arvarad?
My role is to hold the leash and hunt the Grey Ones who leave the Qun. Or Baz who have not yet been enlightened.
You don't care that someone abused your dead to get you here?
No doubt they were cast from your shoulders as you or your partner thieves grew weak. It is a crime whose victims are beyond caring. It will be dealt with, but the greater threat is clear. It is my role to secure Serabas. It is the role of another to purge the perversions of your kind.
He is bound and abused, and you want him caged. Why?
The power that he has, that all Serabas have, draws from chaos and demons. They can never be in control.
So you fear them?
Like so many others.
We leash Serabas because they are dangerous and contagious. Not even your Templars fully grasp that threat.
My job was to get him out of the city. If he wants to go back to you, that's his business.
You show an unusual ability to reason, Basra. Serabas! Nera Akun Ebrakata Avarad! You are certain? Then we will do it here.
Basvarad, you led well. I thank your intent. Panahedan, as you find the Qun.
You should be honored by this action, Basra. It is his last.
Maker! You were to take him back to the Qun.
He lost his lead. The risk of corruption was certain. But he has owned his death by honoring you. He knows the Qun once more. As will you.
You got what you wanted. Why try to fight me now?
An uncollared Serabas spoke to you. You were already exposed, but there's no way to know what demon may have written his words. Killing you is demanded, but the respect of Serabas has granted honor. Be grateful. Not every neck earns the ceremonial cut.
Let's finish this! There! Now you fall!
They threw their lives away. For the Qun?
Determined from the start. Patrice set a trail.
If this was her doing, I have a few questions for her.
Leave nothing. It must be clean, with no ties. Hawke. It was Hawke, right? From the streets. You took the Qunari from the city? Without incident?
Without bloody incident? You know better.
Mind your tongue, woman.
Please, do speak your mind.
The bodies of the mages Karatam led right to us. Why?
You come back speaking their language and think to lecture me? If such a plot existed, if the Qunari had murdered you for trying to help their slave mage, then yes, someone might have found that useful. It would have cast doubt on appeasement. Perhaps your death would have been a tragic necessity. Perhaps finding the mage was a rushed opportunity. But all we have now are dead Qunari and the word of a sympathizer.
Your Katojan chose to go back and be killed, rather than be free.
I assumed he wanted to escape, just as I would. My pity is genuine, but they are not like us.
If, perhaps, why dance around this lie? I'm standing right here.
If a member of the Chantry admitted instigation, I have no doubt it would result in more appeasement. But an accusation from a low-town thug? You are hardly that important. That's not an insult. It's why I chose you. Rest assured, excuses, real or imagined, are not for your benefit.
I have no allegiance to Qunari. You lost a potential ally.
Perhaps, but I will not risk these kinds of relationships again. Take your pay and be gone. I am new to this, I admit. But someone has to think of eternity. The peace will not last.